Hello, hello, everybody! Welcome to another FPS entitled Tiny Big Worlds. I am here today. I am Blaze, and I will be playing Banana, and I am here with my good and talented, wonderful friend.
Thatcher, that is me.
Yay! Yes!
And I am going to be playing the little rat tune named Fleck. And just because you're doing the intro doesn't mean you're free of me calling you wonderful and talented right back.
No! Curses! And this game takes place after two siblings took a trip to Little Corner, I believe, and as a result, unfortunately, got grounded. However, as you are chilling at home one of those days, there is a knock on the door, and somebody else answers, and you hear a from. I'm assuming, otherwise this game wouldn't go anywhere. You hear a familiar voice, and somebody asking for both you and Marcy, but they're told that no, they're grounded, and to maybe come back another time. And it's just like, oh, okay, thanks anyway. And you hear the door close.
Wow. Fleck doesn't like to leave a friend hanging. And while, unfortunately, it might be a little bit hard to get a 3 foot tall fairy tune who changes color to sneak out. He is a little rat with a
Mm-hmm.
+10 to stealth,
That's true.
and there's nothing stopping him from, just casually slipping out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and so he probably goes through one of the windows and just makes his way to the front of the building to meet up with Banana.
Okay, yeah. You sneak out the window down a drain pipe or something. I'm guessing, and just easily make it down. And she's just walking away down the street. She's holding a piece of paper. You're guessing that's I'm just gonna guess that Mirrors told you about how they got to hang out with Banana and gave her the address and whatnot.
Yeah, probably. If nothing else, to show off the spoils,
Yeah.
since Fleck would be very proud of seeing Mares steal some sea urchins in the lake.
Yeah, and the butterfly and the 32 pence.
Yes,
Oh, so
pen thievery runs in the family.
it seems to, yes, gloriously so. And so yeah, and you run over and she stops and she goes from looking, she looks, a little bit sad because, she was told to go, and then she sees you and her eyes open wide, and she's like, "Oh, I, hello.
Hey, Banana! How's it going?
Oh, it's, well, I mean, good. You're here. I thought you were grounded. I thought I wasn't going to see you."
Oh, I am, but it felt a little bit mean to just leave you hanging like that. So I snuck out.
That's so cool. You snuck out. Quick, do we need to run away? I can kidnap you.
I don't think I need to be kidnapped. I mean, as long as we don't go back in together, we'll probably be fine.
Banana nods vigorously. This. Sure. Where do you want to go then?
Hmm. Well, there's lots of things to do in Toontown. What do you want to do?
Hmm. She thinks about this a moment and she's like, "Well, everything always looks really interesting when the leaves start to change color. Like everywhere is always putting up like pumpkins everywhere, and then there's like little tiny candies some places hand out. Do you want to go find those places?"
Yeah, I heard about this. It's Halloween. Uh,
It's what?
Maris and Dillinger told me about it. Uh, it's a night where everyone kind of just dresses up in costumes and they go around and get candy. And sometimes people scare each other, but I think it might just be a one night thing. Everyone just likes to prepare for it early.
Oh. That sounds like so much fun. It's only one night. Do we know what night it is? Like, is it tonight?
Let me roll real quick.
That's
Uh, let's see. Yeah, let's roll a history.
There we go.
That's an 18.
I mean, that's a nat 20. Even as an
Yeah.
18, that's a nat 20. So
Yeah, it's a nat 20. He's just a little stupid man, so it's -2. So Fleck does pretty much immediately remember what Maris told him about Halloween because he was really excited about it. Like a whole night for getting up in costumes, and he likes to make things and costumes, so he's been looking forwards to it.
makes sense.
So he kind of just nods like, "Yeah, it's at the end of the month."
Oh, so we have time then.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go? Do you still want to go find the things, and maybe we can find out more stuff about it? And oh, maybe we could find like costumes. Wait, do you buy the costumes? Do you make the costumes?
Oh, these people make their own costumes and sometimes they buy them. Uh, and Fleck thinks for a moment. Like, I saw lots of costume places. We can. Ooh, or we can go find a place with some spooky people. Because another part of Halloween is about being scary.
She kind of tilts her head a little curious. It's like, I really like. Hmm. She seems a little confused. Well, actually, you can roll an insight.
Oh, let's see.
Oh
That's
shit! Well,
another
there we go.
miss.
Okay, yeah. Dice Farce listened to earlier. They're being nicer.
I guess.
Banana looks confused at the scary part, and but she's also looking at you specifically, and she's just like, she seems to be confused as to why you would want things to be scary. And you actually have a little bit more, I'd say, on this because you hung out before with Duster, who thinks Biggs, or who explained to you about Biggs and whatnot. And so as a bit more content and insight there, and she's like, well, why would you, I mean, aren't things like already like big and scary?
And Fleck kind of just pauses. He tilts his head. And he's like, "Well, yeah, that is true. But it's like a safe scary.
Hmm.
Like, you know that they're big, and they're kind of scary, but they're not gonna hurt you.
Then,
And there's lots of other things that are like that too."
okay, I'm gonna roll, let's see, D2. Okay, Banana's like nodding at this. She's like, I think I want to see these things. I don't know if I want to be. I don't know if I want to be scared, but I want to see it. Can we can we do that? Can we go find them? Can we go find the costumes and the scary things?
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Uh, do you want? I'm not sure if they'll let us in to some places. Uh, Mostly just because you need money. But we can always try to sneak in, or we can try and find a regular spooky place, or you can just go and try to find some costumes.
Yeah, let's go see what we can find. And she
Alright.
will she kind of crouches down a little and she holds out her hands to you.
Fleck will take that, and he probably climbs right on up to Banana's shoulder.
She waits until like you're situated, and she says, "Hold on!" And just for the fun of it, she casts Expeditious Retreat, and off you go in a puff of smoke, just like phew.
Oh boy, you're going fast.
Oh yeah. And scene change is just like just like when you dig your heels in, just like puff of smoke behind you, and you're now in more of the city area. And lots of buildings, stores, and other people looking around, going around, and oh, hang on. And it's like Banana's like kind of like looking up a little bit. It's probably good you're not on her head because she's not that tall, and she's looking up at like some of the taller buildings and people going past. It's like it's so big in the city. It's like so many big and just bigs and bigs and it's hard.
Oh,
Can
I
you see?
hope Banana's so gentle.
Oh, she kind of like turns her head a little to look at you on her shoulders, like, can you find your way through here? Okay, like it's not too big for you, is it? We can go somewhere with fewer people if there's too many bigs.
That kind of shakes his head like, no, it's fine. I've been wandering the city for a little bit. Uh, it might seem big and intimidating at first, but and he points to street signs and like and bus stop maps and all of that. Like, but there's lots of ways for people to get around. And and like I said, a lot of bigs aren't that scary. Uh, so sometimes you do end up a little bit lost. Usually people are happy to help out.
Hmm. You seem to have good luck finding nice bigs. You're brave. You just go up to them and you ask. That's so cool. Doesn't matter how big they are. You're tiny. They're so big, but you still go up to them. That's just so brave.
If you want to, you can roll insight on Fleck.
Okay. Banana, where'd your insight go? There it is. Oh, Dice Parser says
Oh.
pick banana.
uh,
Oh, it's a 9 at
Fleck
least.
just he seems pretty happy at that. Maybe a little bit embarrassed, but you
Aw.
don't really get much more.
Aw. Oh, Flick's so soft. It's a good boy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. He kind of just goes like, well, I mean, there are some mean ones out there, but kind of stops to think once more about how to explain things like,
Mhm.
well, it's okay to run away from them. And there's lots of nice ones, like my family are they're pretty big compared to me, but they're really nice. And I wouldn't have met them if I didn't, try.
Banana's nodding at this. Yeah, Mary's is big. Mary's is really nice, but then there was also that guy, the one who was trying to take away the unions and the dental. He wasn't. He was big and he wasn't very nice.
He wasn't, and neither were the people who were helping him. But there were other bigs there who were nice.
Yeah. Like the other workers and the one with the what was that metal instrument he had? Did, he played it and it was what was the metal shiny thing?
Let me,
I think it was a harmonica.
yeah. I'm gonna roll to see if Fleck remembers that, though.
Gotcha.
No.
No, it was.
He kind of just nods along. The only instrument he knows is Mary's.
Yeah. It's just like it was a shiny instrument. They didn't get to steal it. It's a mystery.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yep. But we stole his pen, so that works out too. Oh,
Yeah.
Do you still have that clacky thing?
Let me roll hammer space. Hey,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
He pulls it out. It jangles a bit as the things all hit each other.
Yep.
He's like, yeah,
Oh, good. Ha.
and he puts it back in his hammer space.
Nice. She's like, yeah, he doesn't get nice stuff because he was mean. We get the nice stuff
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. So if someone's mean, you just have to, you know, be strong enough to protect yourself or be fast enough to run away. And that's how I've done it.
Bananas again nodding at this. She's like, yeah, I'm really good at running away. I practice a lot. Like when I ran here, see? Sometimes it's not even when running away from things. Sometimes I can do it when I'm running to things, and I go really quickly. It's very good.
Yeah. That was so fast. I
Yeah, you
don't
take...
think I could go that fast.
Well, if you ever need to go that fast, you could just ask me, and I'll pick you up, and we could run.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of fun things,
Mm.
uh, and I'm gonna roll investigation, see where they'll end up.
Oh, yeah, yeah. 13?
15.
It's not too bad. It's
Okay.
more than a 10.
So he points at a little clothing store, and it looks like it's these little fabric bats hanging from it, and like spider webs in the windows. It seems that they kitted themselves out for Halloween. Like, oh, I think we can find some costumes and stuff there.
Oh, let's go see. And like Bananas immediately going over. Just like, shoom. Like,
All right.
stop in front, and there's just like, she's like, oh, do you think they have one for both our sizes?
Why don't you roll insight?
Roll insight. 15. It's a bit better.
15. Yeah, Fleck doesn't really seem too hot on the idea of a costume for himself.
Aww.
But he seems very excited about the idea of a costume for you. So he kind of just like, that's okay. I think we can just focus on getting you a costume.
Well, if you're sure. But you say if there's anything you like the look of, okay? You promise?
Okay, I promise.
Okay. She kind of gives a nod at that. Because she's like, she's hanging out with her friend. She wants you to have fun too. But it's like, if you're good, she's just like, okay. Oh,
Yeah, that's a deception. Don't worry.
oh yeah, she buys it. She's just like, okay, yep, everything's fine. And then she goes, and she's just like, oh, there's so many costumes, and she's like looking around at everything. They've got like those, I'm guessing like those props and whatnot that move and like do the jump things, and she's not too sure about those at first, but then it's like, oh wait, those are fake. Never mind, maybe it's not so bad. It's not something that's actually gonna come after her.
Yeah, it's all fine. Fleck kind of just points at them like, see, there's lots of spooky stuff, but it's all safe.
Huh. I guess I never really got an up close look at it all before. It's just, just always kind of at a distance. And she's like, like those bowls with like the hand over the thing, and it goes down when you reach in front of it.
Oh no, banana!
She's like, she's not sure what that is, and she's like reaching out for it to.
Okay, let me make a quick intelligence save.
Okay.
16. Yeah, so he's seen these before. Probably was on the wrong side of them.
Oh no.
So he's just like, banana, wait, no, 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 no.
What? Oh, is that one? Is that a bad one?
No, it doesn't hurt you. It's just really, it's scary, 'cause like, it'll turn on and grab ya.
It's gonna grab me.
Yeah, so I don't like those ones too much.
Yeah, maybe we could just she just kind of like makes that noise for like a long time, and just kind of turns around and walks away from it. Like, you know what? We don't need to check out that one. She was told she can leave, and she's gonna just leave that one alone. And hey, look, costumes. These things are hopefully not gonna grab her.
Yeah, the costumes are fine. So Fleck kind of perks up at the costumes, like, look at all the costumes they have. Oh, you can be spooky.
I can be spooky.
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of what kind of spooky would I be? I'm big, but I'm small. I'm not tiny, but I'm what kind of and she's just like kind of muttering to herself as she like looks at the different costumes. She's like, big, small, tiny,
Oh Oh,
Mm,
Fleck kind of just thinks her like, well, I always thought ghosts were pretty scary.
true, but I after after meeting Blue, they don't seem like cuz when I was really scared, Blue held my hand and then I wasn't so scared. So they don't seem too scary anymore. It, I
Yeah,
felt
Blue
safe.
was, yeah, Blue's nice. Oh,
Yeah. Blue was a nice ghost. I hope we get to hang out with Blue again too, maybe.
Fleck is just gonna go back to the costume.
No, that's fair.
I'm sorry to Blue.
No, that's fair. I remember the like got spooked.
Yeah. uh,
Oh, Banana unfortunately missed that.
Yeah, Fleck's just looking through the costumes again, like, oh well, we got vampires and spiders and uh Franken no, like Frankenstein. I don't know what
Frankenstein?
that is.
Hang on. Let's see. What would it be for Banana? See if Banana knows what Frankenstein is.
History maybe?
History, maybe. Yeah.
Or just a straight intelligence.
I'll just do an intelligence. Why not? Okay, Banana kind of knows what Frankenstein. She's at least heard of it. So she's like, I think it's like a patchwork monster.
Oh, okay. Well, we got
Hmm.
that. And we also got skeletons.
Skeletons? I hmm. Well, hmm. She like kind of looks at herself, just kind of like pokes at herself, and is like, well, I mean, I guess I could borrow somebody else's one and just wear it as a costume. I
Oh,
kind of
no,
want my
no.
designs. No?
It,
Oh.
it's not like that. It's like a trick. And he kind of waggles the costume a bit, but he can't exactly get it off the hanger.
No, that's fair. She goes over and like waggles it a bit too. She's like, it's just painted on. Oh, that makes more sense. She seems a bit embarrassed about that. Like, oh yes, of course. No, she's not trying to take an actual skeleton. Like, oh no, Fleck said it was fake. She's like, oh right. I yeah, that works. Oh, so there's like skeletons and the Frankenstein and the vampire bitey one might be interesting. Hmm. Oh, there's like pirates and and she's just like she's starting to get a bit lost in it all, but like kind of
Oh,
sparkly eyed, just like there's just you could tell she's never been in a Halloween store before. She's now presented with options, and she just does not know what to do with all of this other than looking at it all. She's just like, and now that you've touched it too, she's touching it as well. So she's just like, oh, this fabric, oh, it feels like this, and there's this fabric, oh, and it feels like this. This is you get start getting the idea this is going to take a minute.
that's fine. Fleck is he is 100% here for it. Like he has also kind of just been waiting for a go ahead to start fawning over the costumes himself and
Hmm.
uh actually kind of like climbs inside some of them a little bit to study the stitching and the like.
Nice. I guess because it's like considering how most Halloween stores are, they're like some of them aren't that great with the stitching, but like as you go to like I I'm guessing the more like expensive ones, like it becomes a lot more intricate and you can tell like the different types of stitching that was used and the threads and whatnot.
Yeah. So he ends up kind of spending more time with the more expensive ones.
Um,
He probably sets the sight on some uh, nicely made little devil horns with
Aww.
some sparkles on them, and he's just gonna make a quick, yeah,
Oh, nice. I'm guessing those are
and
gone
then
now.
it is, yeah, it is gone in the next moment.
Yeah. Yeah. So after you steal those, you just, accidentally put those into your hammer space. It just happens sometimes. They just fell in of their own accord. Nobody saw anything. You kind of look over, and Bananas found the feather boas. Boas.
Oh,
She's wearing like 3 of them now. She's just kind of like draped one around, and then another one, and she's just kind of like looks like she's wearing a pile of colored feathers right now. And she's like, "Let's look. This isn't really a costume, but look at all the feathers.
I know, it looks so cool.
Do you want one? It's probably a bit big for, but it's so fluffy here." And it's like she holds up one, and it's like, "Do you want to pet it?"
Yeah. And he is going to pet it, and because of how feather bows are made, like, his hand sinks in all the way up to his shoulder.
Yep.
Like, oh, it's so soft.
Oh, it's so good. It's like, do you think there's any costumes like this where you could just wear a bunch of feathers?
Oh, I bet there's probably some bird costumes.
Bird
Maybe there's like a
costumes?
monster bird or something. Yeah.
Monster bird costume? She's pretty much throwing the feather boas off at this point because she wants to find this bird costume. She's just like, no, I cannot be held down by the feather boas. I must find the bird costume.
That's valid. Fleck grabs one of the feather bows and it's gone.
Nice.
He also nabs a little imp tail to go with the horns he stole. And then he's gonna walk over to a different section of the costumes, see if he can find some bird ones.
See, what would we roll to find that?
Probably
Investigation?
investigation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
Oh
a
no.
modified one. He is lost in the steel sauce.
Oh no. Well, Banana rolled a 10, so they maybe find something eventually.
Oh, but it's probably one of like the lower quality ones.
Yeah, it's just like it's not even feathers. It's just like a poncho with like feathers like printed on it, so it's like it's not even a costume. It's a poncho with a pattern on it, and it's not a costume. It's just like,
Oh.
and like Banana's looking at it, and she's like kind of like she's running her fingers on it, like she's trying to pet it like the feather boa, and she's like, no, this is just this is just a low quality piece of fabric. She's kind of like, oh well, I don't think I don't know Halloween much, but I don't think this is like a costume. It's just like it's fabric with a hole in the middle. I think, is it a skirt? I no, it's not a blanket. It's got a hole in it.
It's a poncho. You put it on over your head, and it's a bit like a cape that goes all the way around. It doesn't look very well made though.
Hmm. She
Kind
put
of frowns.
and she puts like she'll put it on over her head like a poncho, and she lifts her arms up and down a few times like she's trying to flap. She's like, these aren't very wing-like at all. These no. Well, mm, mm. And she looks a little. Did you want to do an insight?
Yeah. 21.
21. She's trying not to look sad about this, like, like, oh well, didn't work out, but she's sad about this. She got excited. She was really excited about the monster bird, or like having feathers and whatnot. And she's just like, oh no, this is definitely not it. She probably should have just held on to the feather boas, but and she like just like slowly takes it off, looks at it, gives it one more shake, like that's gonna make a difference, and just
Oh.
hangs it back up, just like, no, no, I don't think so. It's no, no. Oh well, we could go look at other stuff. It's okay. You got a 21. You're not that
Is
convinced that it's okay.
Yeah, no. He's not convinced. He's thinking for a moment. He's like, "Oh, maybe there's some in the back. We can go ask the person who looks after the stuff."
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, maybe they're just too cool to have up front. Like they usually hide stuff in the back. Like, hang on. Like I hear some
Alright.
people ask sometimes where it's like, oh, do they have it in the like it's some secret hiding area in the back? Like, let's go find someone. And Banana's going to see if she can find someone.
Oh boy. Uh, Banana, you're wandering around for a little bit, and then, like, moving out of the clothes racks comes this very large lizard tune.
Oh.
And this lizard tune has like a little apron on him and like a little name tag that says Joseph.
Nice.
And the lizard looks a bit grumpy. Um, you can roll perception.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll two things. Okay, let me roll. Okay, I'll roll perception first.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. You kind of only get a quick glimpse of this, but like when the lizard tune was emerging from the clothes racks, you got to see his back for a moment. And on a little harness are two tiny hot pink dragon wings.
Aww.
Looks like he's dressed up for Halloween.
Aww. I'm gonna do one more roll real quick. Okay. Okay, so he goes out. She sees like she at first she almost looks nervous, but then like she notices like the little wings and whatnot, and she like she she's not that tall, but at the same time she like kind of puffs up a little bit, and her hair does like the little poof thing, and she stands like a
Oh,
little bit straighter, and she looks up, and she's like, excuse me, please.
yes. And he
Um,
kind of grumbles a bit as he looks down at you.
Banana waves a little bit, and she's just like, do you have any monster bird
Oh, Fleck
outfits?
is Fleck is patting her gently, like, we tried to find some bird costumes, but we didn't see any. So is there any, uh, like in the back or? And the Zertun kind of just he holds up one very large claw and he turns around and slowly trudges away. And because this is a tune, because this is Toontown,
Mm-hmm.
the camera's kind of just centered on Banana and Fleck, and the
Mm-hmm.
camera shakes as he walks away.
Do you want to roll insight on Banana real quick?
Yeah. So,
She's fine. Don't worry about it. This is going great. She was a little
yeah.
squeaky there, but you know what? It's fine. She's just standing there, not moving, waiting for the guy to come back. It's all good.
Yeah, Fleck kind of just elbows her a little bit, like, "You're doing great. Look, it's just fine."
You're not sure she squeaks or just imitates a bird for a second there, but you know.
He is giving her two very enthusiastic thumbs up anyway.
She manages to do the same. She's like she just holds them up as well, and she's like she manages to give a smile, and she's just like I hope there's something in the back. You know, although if there's not, we can always just go somewhere else, and we don't have to see him again, and it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be fine. Because you see, there's got a lot of different costumes here. There's many different costumes here. There's so many different things to see and look at, and it's fine.
Fleck
You don't
is
have to be a scary bird.
patting her vigorously. Like, It's okay, Banana. I'm sure he'll be back any moment." And right on cue, the camera starts to shake. And slowly a shadow creeps across Fleck and Banana. Joseph has returned.
Banana's not moving again, and she just looks up, waits quietly, patiently, gulps a little bit. It's like,
Lizard nods and kind of just he thrusts a hand out and it probably stops like maybe like half a foot away from Banana's face, and in it is a little it's like one of those gift baggies, but it's like all Halloweeny, so it's like purple and orange and it's got little bats patterned on it, and like there's a cute little bow tying it up,
aw, it's
and he's
adorable.
kind of just like, "Here." old stock that didn't sell.
Okay, real quick though. Okay, she seems to jump a little bit at this because she wasn't exactly expecting something to just be, thrust in her face, and like she looks between him and the pit, and she takes it with both hands, like thank you, thank you, thank you, and she like the most she gets out is thank you. She tries to say other things, but she just keeps saying all she manages really is thank you.
Oh, he just nods and walks away. The camera starts to shake again, and then it diminishes. And Fleck's just like, "See, I bet, I bet you got a great costume."
Banana like hugs it to her chest, and she like turns around and like just starts walking towards it. Just starts like, okay, look, there's a door.
Fleck is following after her. He probably has to go down on all fours to keep up.
Yeah, she seems to like forget for a second to like slow down so you can more easily keep pace, and she doesn't cast expeditious retreat, but she's going, she's out. She's just like she gets out of the store and she just goes and she's just like kind of like like when you go forward, like rest your hands on your knees, and she's still like hugging the package to her chest and everything. She's just like oh my goodness, oh feathers, oh fetch, oh I didn't leave you behind, did I go too fast?
Fleck is running up right now. He skids and goes back to standing on 2 feet, kind of brushes his hands off on his jacket, like, "Oh no, you're fine." But see, I told you that there's lots of nice bigs out there.
Yeah, he was a bit grumpy, but I mean, everybody can be a bit grumpy sometimes. Maybe he just hadn't had his coffee yet?
Yeah, but he gave you a costume, and he didn't even ask for anything in return.
That's good because I forgot to ask. I just kind of left with it. And then she's looking at the package now, and she just like kind of just crouches down where she is outside the store and just like carefully starts undoing it because it's got a cute bow on it. She doesn't want to destroy the bow. The paper is pretty. She doesn't want to destroy the paper either. And it's just like she gets the bow off, hammer space very carefully, and she's just like she starts like carefully opening it. She's gonna keep the paper too. She doesn't want to damage it. It's sparkly.
Alright, and inside is uh, it is kind of like the first one in that the main component is a poncho,
Mm-hmm.
but this one is much more fluffy and it's patterned in such a way that when you hold your arms out, it does look like you're extending wings. And it's also it's also colorful like the first one, but it's less gaudy, tacky colors, more like actual bird colors. And there's also some other bits, like there's a hood attached to the poncho, so if you pull it over, like there's a little beak and a bird head. And it also comes with some bird pants and gloves and shoes to look like talons.
Banana has the sparkliest eyes, and she just stares at it a moment. And the first thing she does is just completely flop her face onto it. She's just like, poof,
Oh.
because it looks so fluffy, and she's just like, she just wants to smoosh her face against it. And then she sits down properly, and she takes off her boots first and shoves those in her hanger space, and just puts on the talons feet, and she puts the poncho on and just like flips the hood up, and then the gloves go next. She's not gonna deal with the pants right now because I mean she's outside, so those go in her hammer
Yeah.
space. And then so she puts on the rest, just like yeah, she puts her jacket away so she can put the poncho on properly, just over her shirt. She puts the hood up.
Yeah,
She's like,
it's a very warm poncho.
yeah. She just looks at it, and it's hard. She does not look scary at first because the sparkles are still there. She's lost in the sauce once again, and she's just like kind of like picking up the poncho. She's like rubbing it against her cheeks for a moment, and then she like holds, and then she drops it and like flaps her arms out to either side of her. She's like, how do I look? Am I the good scary? Is it like or not or like how does it look?
Black Knight's like, yeah, it looks like a really good Halloween costume. Like the it's all sewed together nicely. There's lots of strength in the seams, and the pattern really does look like wings, and the feathers are laid correctly. And he kind of just goes on for a little bit about how the costume is made instead of how it looks.
Yeah, Banana nuts because Banana doesn't really know much of a difference. Like she asks and flicks it, so she's just like. Plus, he's not saying it looks scary, so or a bad scary, so it's kind of answering her question because he doesn't seem scared of her now. So she's just like, yeah.
Yeah, so it's all fine. He can't really be that easily spooked by Banana.
Yeah. She's 8. So she can...
Yeah.
I guess maybe dressed as a ghost, but even then he'd probably just be put off a little bit because Banana in a bed sheet. How scary is that going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go see if we can find one of those scary places now, or the not scary, the good scary, like the good kidnapping, the good scary?
He pauses for a moment. He remembers briefly a tangent Mare's had about kidnapping.
And not wanting to be responsible.
He decides not to say anything.
That's fair. He's like, I also don't have to be responsible in this.
Yeah. So he's just like, oh yeah, I bet we can find some really good scary places. And, oh, we can show your costume off too.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, I bet that they'd love it. I mean, everyone at the scary places are all dressed up to be scary too.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, wait, here. And she kneels down again. She holds out her hands.
Nice. He hops on, and let's see how this goes. 9.
Hmm.
So down at the end of the street, there are 2 establishments.
Okay.
One is very much obviously decorated to be a haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's fake spider webs everywhere. There's like this spooky laughter coming out of the door every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And across the street from it is a biker bar. Guess which one Fleck points at?
I'm guessing it's the biker bar.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I need to hydrate.
Is Banana just gonna go along with it, or?
Well, here's the thing. Banana doesn't know anything about Halloween, and she trusts her friends, so she looks.
Boy!
Yeah, she looks between the two. The haunted house one looks like it's actually scary. The biker bar doesn't look scary. Well, it's got a lot of bigs in there. It looks now noisy. There's people coming in and out, and there's loud music. But there's no spiders. There's no props. There's no coming from the door. Maybe that's the good scary. And over she goes.
Yeah. And here we go. So, at the entrance to the biker bar, there is a very large. Yeah, this one isn't a Toonkind, surprisingly. This one is a very large half orc. And she's kind of like got a leather jacket on over her crop top, has those leather pants, more piercings than either Fleck or Banana can count, and all in all looks pretty rough and tumble and is blocking the door.
It's a Banana. It's like she's going over. She sees her, and then she puts the hood of the jacket back up, and she goes on over. It's like, we wish to come in, please.
Fleck is also waving like, hey, we want to see what it's like inside. She looks down at you, and why don't we roll persuasion?
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Mercy. announcer gives us a hard look
Mm-hmm.
for a long moment,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of just has the slightest smile, like, yeah, sure, kids, and opens the door and calls out to the bartender, like, hey, get these kids some juice, and points at you to go sit down over there. Yeah.
Well, there was juice mentioned, and so like, actually, hang on. I gotta do this again.
And we should probably roll perception. Oh boy.
Yeah. Probably should have done that first, but that's okay. Oops. Hang on. Perception
Yeah.
plus. There we go. Oh, I
That
forgot.
is-
Nope, that's not it. I
You
forgot the
forgot
D.
the D,
I did.
unfortunately.
Yep. I knew that couldn't be right. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh shit! Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Banana's aware of everything. Dice Forcer said no. I said 26. Did I stutter?
So, banana. You take one step in the bar, and suddenly you're just hit with the smell of like smoke and quote unquote soda and just like the musk of people in general. Like
Mhm.
that happens when there's a lot of people in a very small, not well ventilated space.
Yep.
Uh, like there's the stereotypical like smoke floating through the air that thankfully you're small enough that it's like just above your head.
Oh phew.
Uh, yeah. Uh, there's like it's dimly lit.
Mhm.
There's like these bright neon signs everywhere, like pool tables, a karaoke box that had its face smashed in.
Oh jeez.
Uh, and like there's at the little tables, like they're kind of beat up. There's stains everywhere, and like bar is just filled with the tough biker type of tunes and
Mhm.
a few real kinds too. Uh, and so you step in, and somehow the music just stops. There's not a live band playing here. There's just the karaoke box that, by all means, shouldn't have been playing music in the first place.
Yep.
It
Yep.
still just stops as
Mhm.
everyone turns to look at you.
Well, that earlier 7 makes sense then. Because, yeah, banana is suddenly being perceived. And do you want to do an insight?
Oh boy. Yeah, Fleck is not seeing much.
Where's. There we go. Nope, she rolled too high. Nope, she's fine. She's got a good poker face. Nope, she's fine. She just, stiffened up a little bit. It's fine. You can't see. She put the hood up, remember? It's fine. So, record scratch, everybody's looking, and she's just like standing there a moment, and then just like very stiffly like starts walking over to the bar because like she said it's like juice. She wanted the juice. So like
Gotta get that apply juice.
yeah, the play juice. And so like like those how those like toy soldiers march with just like the straight legs just like
Oh,
that's kind of bananas. She just like she's just like walk over to the bar. There she goes. She's managing it.
I'm gonna give Fleck a small chance to maybe realize what's. No, he
Nope.
doesn't realize what's happening.
Nope.
This is all fine. He is smiling like, oh, it really is spooky in here.
Yeah, there's clouds and there's smoke and the big too big tiny small big chair. And like she goes over to like one of the bar stools, and again she's just a little bit smaller, so like she kind of has to like heft herself up a little bit, I'm assuming, onto the stool. Just like pull herself up so she can sit on the bar, and just like puts her hands on it, like she's like trying to look around. It's like, what's everybody else doing? It's like, okay, I put my hands here. I'm sitting here. Oh, I'm a little bit bigger now. Okay, that's cool. I'm just looking around. It's like, hi, hi. They said juice.
Everyone is still staring at Banana and Fleck for another long moment, and then the music starts up again, and they all go back to their stuff. And the bartender comes over, and somehow there's a lot of big tunes here. Somehow this tune is even bigger,
Oh no.
but has a comically tiny head.
Oh my gosh.
and and like so you see this very very large bartender come over, and affixed to their vest is a little name tag. Unfortunately, the name seems to have been scratched out a little while ago, so that's not very helpful. uh
Hmm.
if you want to, you can roll perception on that one.
Okay. Well,
21.
21?
So like this tune is covered in like all sorts of scars. Like it seems like they have been in 12 too many bar fights.
Mm.
Uh, and like, though on closer inspection, it does seem like their head doesn't seem to exactly match up with their body.
Oh,
Like
jeez.
the head is like a guinea pig head,
Oh.
and the body is covered in fur, but like the head is a nice tawny brown, and the body is like a it's like a ginger. So there's
Oh.
ever so slightly different.
Oh.
And the bartender kind of leans in,
Uh-oh.
and there's a long moment of silence before they go, "So what do you have?"
It's not sure what to make of it. She just like stares for a minute and she's like, do you have pineapple juice, please? F- what do you
"Oh, I'll have some apple juice."
want? Pineapple and applied juice.
Oh wait, I meant apple. Sorry, I get them mixed up sometimes. And the bartender kind of just nods and looms away. The camera's positioned so that you never see the lower half of this bartender. And unlike the earlier lizard tune, the camera doesn't shake. In fact, this bartender is not animated like they're walking at all. They literally just loom off screen. And so Flex smiles like, "So this is fun, right?"
You
Like,
got, you got
it's scary, but it's the good scary because we know it's all fake.
fake. Right. That's hmm, hmm, fake. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. She just kind of repeats that for a bit. She still got 19 on that deception. I'm sorry, you got a 6 on the inside. So she's just like,
Yeah.
you know, she's nodding. She's like looking this way and that way. People are at least not looking at her now. So, actually, let's see. I mean, it's better than the
10.
7. So you know, she's doing a little bit better, I guess.
Just a little bit. It's
Just a
fine.
little bit. It's fine. You know, she's just sitting there swinging her legs back and forth a bit underneath the stool. Maybe you need to be like bigger for places like this. I mean, do you think I'm too small?
I mean, if they were too small, they wouldn't let us in, right?
it, that that's true. Yeah. Hmm. I've never been to these places before, so I didn't know how they worked. But yeah, I guess. Well, and they let you in too, so I guess if even tinies could come in, then I can't be too small, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm big. So. Hmm. Hmm. She seems to think on this for a moment and just like looks around a bit more. it's so big. Even when you're big, things are big, and then the bigger bigs, and then they just keep getting bigger, and it doesn't matter how big you are. Everything's still big, and then you're tiny and you're big, and then it's just everything's always so big.
And as you were saying that, a shadow was covering more and more of the screen until suddenly it's like, yeah, there's always something bigger, isn't it? And the bartender has returned and sets down some one glass of pineapple juice and one glass of apple juice. And uh and then the bartender raises their hand, moves it over their breast pocket, and see. Oh, oh man, it would have been funny if they fumbled, but and they pull out two silly straws. One is bright neon green and the other is a bright neon blue, and plops them in both the drinks along with those little paper umbrellas. You guys enjoy your drinks now, and don't start any fights.
Okay, I promise. Banana's immediately grabbing for the drink. She's like, okay, wait, there's a cool drink to get out of this. It's a cool straw and a little umbrella. She's all over this. She's like, okay, yeah, maybe this isn't so bad. You know, it's this cool drink. It's pineapple. She asked for pineapple. It's pineapple. Oh, it tastes like pineapple. Look how yellow it is. And the blue straw, now it looks green because she's drinking the pineapple through the blue straw. She points this out to you because she's like, do you see this? Look, see? It's yellow and it's blue and now it looks green.
Yeah, it's so cool. And Fleck is drinking out of his own silly straw. He's kind of hopped onto the counter now.
Mm-hmm.
And the bartender was nice enough to put it in a shot glass for him.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah. So like it's still comically large for him, but it's more appropriately sized, and he kind of like bends the silly straw down to drink from it. He is just vibing. He's having a great time.
Yeah, as Rosie says, the world's smallest drink umbrella and silly straw combo.
Yeah. Somehow found comically small sizes.
Yep. Well, bars like to be accommodating. They get more money that way. I guess they sit, they enjoy their drinks. There's like music going on. And it's like Banana looks around a bit more. It's like, well, it's like people are big, but it smells weird, and there's like the smoke and whatnot. Because they're probably a little bit more in it now because they're up on the chairs and everything. But it's like, it's not too scary. Nothing bad's happened yet, and they got the cool drinks. And she's like taking the tiny umbrella now, and she's just like kind of put it behind her ear.
Oh.
It only partially works because it's an umbrella, not a flower, but you know, it's there.
Yeah. If you want to, you can roll another perception.
Okay. Nope.
Oh, that's a nat
That's
one.
a nat
you
one.
do not see anything.
No.
You're lost in the pineapple sauce, my friend.
Yep, lost in making up for that 26 earlier. Like,
Yeah.
7's not too bad overall, but that's, like you said, that's still a nat one. It's really good. You know, she's taking a moment to get, you know, the umbrella behind her ear, you know.
Yeah. And Flack's kind of just vibing on his drink. He also doesn't really. I mean, it was mostly just a roll to see if you could tell what the smoke smelled like. And Fleck is too small for that.
That's
but
right.
I guess now something has to happen because it was in that one.
Yeah.
And so the bartender has loomed away by now. But this time a shadow comes up from a different direction. And while Banana and Fleck don't see anything, on screen there's just this huge chest behind them. Like And there's two purple arms merging from the chest, but the head has been cropped off screen. All you can see is a leather vest just full of studs and uh, and just armbands also full of studs and spikes and all sorts of things. And
Dang.
then one of the purple hands raises up and points directly at Banana like, "Hey, why is there a kid in my seat?"
Banana takes a minute because, nat one. And slowly, like, because, it's like one of the bar stools, and she, like, that body wiggle to, like, turn in the stool to get it to move?
Yeah,
She does
the
that because it's, like,
camera.
takes a minute. She's like, scoot, scoot, scoot. And looks, it's like, oh, there's a hand. There's up, looks up, looks up. The straw is still in her mouth, by the way. Like, she's holding the cup, and the straw's still in her mouth. She's looking up.
And like the camera just it keeps panning up, but it stops just before the face is revealed.
Mm-hmm.
Like this tune is too large for the camera. And Fleck kind of just waves like, "Oh hey, we're just having a snack."
Banana holds up her glass. This is just like to show she does indeed have a snack. It's juice. It's hers. She has it. She was given juice. She has proof.
And like there's just a loud grumble like, "I didn't know you're running a daycare here." And kind of just the hand slowly reaches down to grab Banana. Oh no.
He says the daycare comment. Looks at her, like, is that why you're here?
Oh boy. Oh, Banana.
And then, although also, you go first.
Okay. Unfortunately, why don't you make a deck save?
I can make a deck save. I apparently can make a deck save.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna give this dude a strength modifier of 3, but I cannot beat a 25. So, the giant purple hand goes to grab you, but you manage to kind of just spin in your chair and just dart out of the way. You're still holding onto your drink. Somehow not a drop has splashed with that 25.
Yay!
And the hand closes around empty air. Like, you! Get back here!
Okay, I need to make two rolls for Banana real quick.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
1. That's an 11. Okay, I need to make one more roll. Okay, it's the same number. Okay, 15. Alright, can this guy do an insight check? And Fletch can do one too.
And it's not good at insight. 16. And I want to be hilarious if like okay, 21.
Okay, so like Banana does the spin with the glass. She like, and then she like he grabs at the air, says his line, and she hops off, and then like she does like that crouch thing, like when she lands, and she stands up, and you remember this because it happened very briefly before. She's not small anymore. She is 7'2", and she pulls her hood back, and she's looking at him, and with that roll, you notice she's not just taller, she's older. There's like a few like streaks of gray in her hair. She has like crow's feet in the corners of her eyes, and she looks older. She does not look 8 at all. And she just turns around and looks at this guy, and she says, "Hey, who are you calling kids? Are you so high up there that you can't see a person properly? And whatever happened to please?
Yeah, this dude is kind of just like, well, maybe you shouldn't go around wearing children's clothes, and kind of points at the little bird costume that Banana is still in. And
Oh,
Fleck kind of
I'm
just
not allowed to have fun? Is that it? You think clothes make the person a child? By that logic, you're the one who should be wearing them instead. Can't even imagine a simple please? Or is it more that a children has better manners than you? Trying to just grab onto people, starting fights?
from the bar, you can kind of just hear a ooh, like you can roll perception if you want to.
Okay. Perception. Uh, dice parser? Oh, there it goes.
Okay, there.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
That-
dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20. Fleck's kind of just sitting here, man. He like he got one good perception roll, and so he's gonna spend it just not knowing how to process this whole thing. But Banana, you see that like while you were talking to this guy, like literally half of the bar was like crowding around getting ready to fight this asshole, and like you can see the bartender like ominously holding a soda bottle like upside down as if about to throw it or use it as a club. But they've all kind of just stopped and they're staring now. You can see like some of them whispering to each other, and like others are exchanging gold. This is probably the most interesting thing that's happened all day.
That's what happens when you let children into the bar.
Yeah. Like he's kind of just like sputtering. Like the big purple guy's kind of just like sputtering right now. Like, where do you get off saying that, huh? If you want to fight, then show it.
Banana crosses her arms and she looks up and is like, well, unlike some, I don't fight children.
There's another ooh that goes around the bar. And let's see. And he kind of just he sputters again for a moment, like is about to like throw hands. You can tell like was reaching behind for his hammer space to pull out a weapon. You can see the beginning of like a bat come out from his behind his back, and then a soda bottle smashes over his head as the bartender points like, "You get the peck out of here. We don't like your kind."
Banana squawks a bit, like she jumps a bit, but she like manages to like hold it together. It's like, you're asked specifically not to start fights. And if you can't be nice, maybe you should go and spend some time by yourself. She like points to the door. You were asked to leave.
Kind of like, what? You. And he kind of grumbles as the bouncer you saw from before, like the half orc, she kind of just comes up and grabs him, holds him like a baby, and walks on out.
Considering how
Like,
big he is,
come
that's
on.
hilarious.
You heard what the guy said. Get out. And just yeets him out of the bar.
Oh my gosh.
And so the bartender kind of goes like, I'm really sorry about that, kiddos. How about another round of drinks on me? And pulls out more silly straws.
Banana smiles and she goes to like slink back into her chair, and she's like, but as she like flops down, she's like, she looks younger again. She's smaller, and she just like kind of smiles and just like flops her arms like, you know, over the table with her chin resting on top. It's like, that would be nice. Thank you. That would be. She just kind of like goes face down on the bar now. She's just like kind of like mumbling stuff again.
Oh, a very large hand gently pats her on the head.
She kind of
and
mumbles the thanks. And she
and
like
the
looks.
bartender looms off again.
She like kind of peeks up over her arm again. She's like, "What? Are you okay? Are you alright?"
Fleck nods like, yeah, were you old?
Do you want to do insight?
Sure. That's an 11.
It's an 11. She seems kind of like hesitant, like she's thinking over like what to say, and she's like, um, so, I'm, I was bigger and older, kind of like before. I, um, I wasn't,
Fleck kind of just gently pats her like, oh, it's okay. You don't have to tell me if you're not ready to, or if you don't want to.
she kind of like gives like she's like she whimpers, but it's not like a pain one. She's just like grateful, just like it's hard to explain. It just kind of happens sometimes. I needed to be bigger, and I was bigger.
Fleck kind of nods like, well, I guess that's fair. And old or young, you're still my friend.
Even with that 11, you can like she's like got her head on the side of the bar, and she's just like she just kind of gets those like really big watery eyes. Like you say that, and she's like she's gonna cry now.
Oh,
You're still her friend. And she's like, oh, that's I'm thank you. And she's stuck in that little sputtering thing for a moment, just not managing to say much other than thank you. It's just like I know
oh,
it's.
banana, my beloved.
She's like,
Yeah, and at that moment, the bartender looms back and sets down another round of drinks, and also managed to scrounge up some candy and put it in front of them. It's a little bit stale, but they did their best. Like, now, you enjoy your time here, kids. Don't stay too late, though.
We won't. Thank you so much.
And that's probably a good place to end it.
Yeah, they enjoy their candy and their drinks, and Banana's honestly not gonna notice that it's stale candy. She's like, it's candy. She's just like, yeah. Oh, that was so much fun. Okay.
Yeah. So, thank you for listening, oh wonderful audience of Marzi, my
Mhm.
beloved, and
Yay, Marcy.
also for anyone who's listening in the future.
Mhm. I hope you all had fun. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, and thank you for playing with me, Blaze. It was very fun.
Oh, it was. Thank you too. Thank you for playing. That was so much fun.
All right, and let's stop the recording.
Yep.